Welcome to another video, the same every time, GCSE Maths, IGCSE Maths, looking at the questions that apart from the numbers are the same every time. Learn how to do them, practice, get yourself into the marks, get yourself into the grades. We're looking at angles in polygons. First of all though, we need to think about what these angles actually are before we have a look at this exam question. So a polygon, a straight-sided shape. So any shape with straight sides. I'm not drawing this with a ruler or anything, so just imagine that I'm drawing perfectly straight sides here. So straight-sided shape, any straight-sided shape is called a polygon. And we have in our polygon what we call the interior angles, and these are the interior angles there, just interior meaning inside, so it's kind of obvious that those would be the interior angles. The other angles we have are the exterior angles, exterior meaning outside. Now we have to be a bit careful with defining those because the exterior angles we actually have to extend the side and then that's the exterior angle just there. So the exterior angle is the angle there that I'm just sketching in. So it's not the angle all the way round the outside, we extend the side and it's the angle just there. So the first result that we can see from this is that for any pair of interior and exterior angles, as long as they're next to each other, like that one plus that one, they will add up to make 180 degrees. Because they that makes a straight line, doesn't it? So for any pair of interior and exterior angles, as long as they are next to each other, around the same corner, then they will add up to make 180 degrees. So the two facts here, or the next facts rather, that we need to know, and you do need to learn these things, they are of crucial importance. Nobody's going to tell you this on an exam. It won't be on any formula page or formula sheet. The total in any polygon, the total of the exterior angles, if you add them all together, it is always 360 degrees. Doesn't matter if it is a regular polygon, where all the sides are the same length, all the angles are the same, or an irregular polygon where the sides can be different lengths, the angles can all be different. The total of the exterior angles is always 360 degrees. The total of the interior angles is always n minus 2 times 180 degrees. And n in this formula is the number of sides. It's worth saying that you need to work out the n minus 2 first and then multiply it by 180 or type it into your calculator exactly as it looks there with the brackets. For example, with a triangle, n would be 3, so 3 minus 2, 1. 1 times 180, 180. That's the well-known fact, isn't it? The total of the angles in a triangle, 180 degrees. For a quadrilateral, a four-sided shape, 4 minus 2 is 2 times 180. The total of the interior angles would be 360. And so on. For a pentagon would be 3 times 180. For a hexagon, 6 sides would be 4 times 180. While I'm talking about pentagons and hexagons, it is also worth knowing the names of these shapes, isn't it? They might not always tell you or show you a picture of the shape, so you need to know a quadrilateral has 4 sides, pentagon 5 sides, hexagon 6 sides, heptagon has 7 sides, octagon is 8 sides. Now let's have a look at this exam question worth 2 marks. Show that each interior angle of a regular pentagon is 108 degrees. So let's look at the words in this question first of all. Regular means all the sides are the same length, all the interior angles are the same, and all the exterior angles are the same. Pentagon, you need to learn these, as I just said. So pentagon means we have 5 sides. Look, they're not telling us that in the question, are they? So 5 sides. And the other thing I need to draw your attention to in this question as well is that this is a show that question. Now, in a show that question, essentially, they are telling us the answer. They're telling us the answer is 108 degrees. So they don't really, they're not looking for us to find the answer. We already know what it is. But what they're looking for is for us to show all of our method. We have to show every stage of our working out. In fact, for a show that question, I think I would probably show more working out than I usually would. So a show that question, we already know the answer. They want us to find that answer and show all of our working out. The other thing is we are not allowed to use that answer in our response. We have to pretend that we don't know it. We have to pretend we don't know that answer. We're not allowed to take that answer and substitute it into any formulas or anything like that. The other thing, show that each interior angle. So they want the size of one interior angle. So we know that the size of the total, of the interior angles is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. If I want the size of just one of them, though, if it's a pentagon, there are 5 sides, so that makes also 5 angles. So I need to divide that. If I want to know the size of just one angle, divide that by the number of sides. Well, I've written down my formula there. Let's put some numbers in. So even though all of this you could do on your calculator and not write any method, obviously that's a really bad idea, particularly since this is a show that question and it's the method they're looking for. So pentagon, 5 sides, so 5 minus 2 times by 180 degrees, and because it's the size of one angle, divide by 5. Okay, I'm even going to go with another line of method that possibly you think is not necessary, but because it's a show that question, I'm perhaps putting more method than I strictly speaking need. So 5 minus 2 would be 3. Work out the brackets first. 3 times 180 degrees, divide by 5. Okay, try that on your calculator, but I think we are fairly confident, aren't we, that that's going to give us an answer of 108 degrees. I'll write it down, but I will just check it on my calculator just to make sure I've not gone horrendously wrong. 3 times 180 and then divide by 5. There it is, 108 degrees. So there we are. If you know your stuff, that's a nice 2-mark question. It's the same every time with this kind of question. Learn how to do them. Bit of practice. Get yourself into the marks. You get yourself into the grades. If the video was useful, please do press like and also press the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. I will return in the next video.